So we're going to see 40,000. Okay. Mr. Governor, a few months ago, I'll say about 9 months ago, 9 to 10 months ago, my newspaper here received an advertorial request for for something to be published about you being a jihadist. What I did was I wanted to see the face of the person. I'm not an FBI, I cannot, especially if they are paying me, but the document they are sending is so much, unprofessional. It is not my duty to monitor it, but it is my duty to call into question those things that I publish in my newspaper.
I'm listening.
You were branded a jihadist that wanted to turn Osun State into an Islamic state. What would you say to that? Eventually, I did not publish it because they could not show their face. So I have to send it to some of your people in government for their response, but the response was not forthcoming. So
no, let me explain. It's nice to hear this from you. You are helping to dispel a very, very ugly, sad, and unreasonable rumor. You said here on this platform that you had known me for quite a while.
Well, I've known you for more than 4 years now.
Did I come across as a fundamentalist?
I can say whatever I know about you, but I cannot move anybody else's.
No, I asked that question rhetorically.
To me, I know you, so there's no reason to answer the question.
Okay. I don't even know where they got their facts or that false impression from. I'm not just appearing on the Nigerian public scene. I was for 8 years in Lagos. There's no doubt about me. I'm a Muslim, and I'm proud to be one. But I hold very, very dearly the right of every person to profess any religion they choose. And this belief is so fundamental that there is nothing I cannot do to defend that inalienable right of individual. That therefore totally removes the possibility or prospect of being a fundamentalist. That is talking generally. Now specifically, my cabinet of 36 members are 6 Muslims. So how will a man who is falsely accused of wanting to Islamize his state pick 6 Muslims and 20
non-Muslims
and 30 non-Muslims? How? My aides, those who are working with me besides those who are in cabinet, it's unfortunate that I have to do this, because it was as if they were chosen based on their religion. I must make that clarification. They are mostly people of different faith. And all my life, besides the fact that I profess a faith that is Islam, I've never ever related to people on the basis of faith. Finally, my people, my ethnic nationality is renowned for liberal religious attitude. And it's not a new thing. In fact, if there is any contribution that my nationality has made to global civilization, is our tolerance, accommodation, and acceptance of plurality of faith. So if that is my nationality, where then will I have, or where will I have taken the awkward attitude or predilection for fundamentalism? I want to believe such claims are the usual attitude of lazy opposition who want a cheap gain. They will not even mind destroying not only an individual, but the stability of our political space. So I'm happy with the action you took, which is professional, and I believe that our people will learn a lesson from there, that criminals, in the name of political opposition, adopt all sorts of tricks, strategies, and tactics to destroy their enemies in the name of fighting a cause that has no basis in reality.
Actually, Mr. Governor, it shouldn't have gone to that level if the mechanism of government in Osun State works speedily, because when this thing broke out, I was the one that was first contacted if I can publish it. Then I said, which state? They said, Osun State. And I just smiled. I said, I know the governor very well. This is not, when my assistant saw it, as my assistant was, Osun State, I don't think so. I said, okay, let us know the genesis of, then we sent that very paper to your administration. But they was very slow to react. So when it got to Nigeria, it got to the local media, then it became something else. It became something that Tambuwal has to come to Osun State and you have to go to Abuja. Yeah. And that was about 2 months after we've sent the message to your administration to act on. That is number one. Number two, we traced the genesis of the campaign to a one-time publisher of a Third Eye magazine, which again I passed to your administration. But again, they were slow to react. So when it boomeranged, it even affects our own radio station here, because I have white people that knows about your cause when you were fighting the cause, when we were interviewing you in DC and stuff like that. They were still asking, oh, did the man become a governor? Then I said, yes. After 3.5 years, I said, yes. They were like, okay, oh, wow, only in Nigeria. I said, well, we know our people. But to cut a long story short, we would have just nipped that thing in the bud if
that been
yes, but it is what it is. But let me ask you one thing. You were accused of not appointing commissioners on time until about 1 year by the opposition. And the same opposition, oh, let me tell you this, the same opposition has invited us home. Because the last time we were in your state, we took some pictures, we recorded some programs that we played on TV here. We recorded about 6 programs. Unknowingly to your people, we went to town. We captured the atmosphere of the people. We captured the serenity of the towns and stuff like that, and the development then. So that 2 years after when, or 3 years after when we come back, we'll do the same thing and see if there's a major development. So my people are now on ground. Again, they will be visiting Osun State. We've been calling some commissioners to see if they can tell us about their ministries, but so far, I think only one of them has responded that we can come. So we are in Nigeria, but we've not get to Osun State. So, but let me know, what kind of development have you been able to achieve within that 2 years? What are we going to see even before my people come back?
Well, as for the inability of my aides to quickly respond to you, I take responsibility. But I want to appeal to you, whenever you have any such materials, please endeavor to send them to me too.
I sent it to you, I texted to your phone that I have, but the phone was the one that was stolen.
I will give you a new line through which you can get to me. So it's a pity that that happened. We will have saved the state, we will have saved the nation, the embarrassment it created because it was sheep hogwash. No iota of truth in it. As to our performance, rather than start blowing my own trumpet, which would be unnecessary, let us wait for the men you have sent over to finish with the assessment and report back to you. Okay. We have touched lives. We have changed the face of politics. We have demonstrated capacity in arresting despondency, disaffection, quarrel among communities, and we are working assiduously on our 6-point integral action plan, which is banishment of hunger, banishment of poverty, banishment of unemployment, promote functional education, promote healthy living, and promote communal peace and progress. Totality of this is to re-energize, stimulate, and grow our economy. And we are doing brilliantly well. As we are working on the infrastructure of the mind, so are we working on the physical infrastructure. The combination of these two definitely will impact positively on our economy and state.
One more question on the local scene, then we'll go to Nigerian projects. The opposition in Osun State. We have a local newspaper, The Heritage, and we have the Heritage International. Our local production we were branded as a mouthpiece of, or an extension of your government, or AC government in general, even our radio program. So they invited us, the opposition in Osun State actually invited us through our correspondent in Osun State. I think their chairman, I cannot recall the name of the PDP chairman now, the one that just got there, said we should come, and we are sending, we told him that we are sending people. He wanted us to meet your potential opposition too, which he called, I think, Omisore, former Senator Omisore. How prepared are you for your second term? I know you are still on.
First of all, let's put this in perspective. If the Constitution permits 2 terms, no incumbent will not want to do the second term.
Including the President of Nigeria.
So to that extent, I am very much willing to, 1, complete the projects I am working on, and again, as a human being, test my popularity and relationship with the people. But above all, I must repeat, the commitment to complete my project and build formidable institutions that will withstand the return of the locusts and prevent another destruction of our heritage is the principal reason for wanting to even run for second term, even though there is the need to again test our popularity. As for the arrowhead of the opposition struggle for power, I would just want to simply tell you that less than 2 years ago, these individuals contested for a senatorial seat And he was so rejected by his immediate, his closest, not immediate, his closest constituency, that it is strange that such a person will still want to test his worth electorally. And what do I mean? When a politician loses
His immediate environment.
his word, an electoral contest, the meaning of that in politics is that it does not have a base.
Obasanjo lost and won nationally and he won again.
No, let's take Obasanjo. Obasanjo was a candidate of a people
Establishment.
who want to use him. Who want to use him. But it is sad for any serious politician not to have a base within which to contest. What that means, if you didn't allow me to conclude that.
Okay.
What it means is that his own territory has rejected him and declared that he is not even suitable for councillorship. If a man cannot be trusted with councillorship assignment, how would such a man be as a local government chairman? How would such a man perform as a state assembly representative, national assembly representative, or a governor? So I see this contradiction, and I wonder where is the confidence for this adventure from? But besides that, we are focused on our primary commitment to give our people abundance of life and freedom to be themselves, particularly freedom to increase their productivity, therefore increasing wealth, increasing happiness, increasing capacity to live a life worthy of human being in this century.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. 18 billion stadia. How do you intend to retrieve all the money?
18 billion?
The 18 billion loan that was taken by your predecessor for Stadia.
Well, for as long as the process is credible and it is procedurally executed or done, one cannot do much on retrieval. What we have done is to stop the wastage and see how we can complete the essential aspect of the project. We are carrying on with the state stadium in Osogbo, while the other stadia will be completed at a level that will not be financially cumbersome or burdensome. As for the 18.3 billion loan that was taken by my predecessor, we have refinanced it and we have gotten over his burden on us. You made an allusion to the delay in constituting my cabinet. The simple reason for it is that a bankrupt state cannot pretend that is buoyant, and therefore go about his activities as if everything is normal. So considering our financial challenges, we felt at that time that it would be reasonable for us to solve all the financial difficulties we had before embarking on another money-guzzling venture of constituting a cabinet. And alhamdulillah, we succeeded in our strategy, saved substantial resource, carried out some of our essential programs, such as rebranding of the state, that is giving the people symbols, slogans, anthem, and totems that will mobilize and prepare them for the rebuilding exercise we have for the state, which took place on the 28th of February 2011, some 2.5 months after our assumption of office. And the commencement of the youth empowerment program and several other things, that, in fact, the election, because we must not equally forget that we needed to run for the election. And after putting all those behind us, we refinanced the debilitating loan equally. Then we were able to confidently put a team together for the onerous assignment or responsibility of revamping our state and putting it on the path of progress and development.